Good morning, students. Have you finished your prayer? Thank you. நான் ஒரு நல்லாசிரியர். நான் உங்களுக்கு தாயாகவும் தந்தையாகவும் இருந்த முறையாக அன்போடு கல்வியை போதிப்பேன். நான் ஒரு நல்லாசிரியர். நான் உங்களுக்கு தாயாகவும் தந்தையாகவும் இருந்த முறையாக அன்போடு கல்வியை போதிப்பேன். நான் ஒரு நல்லாசிரியர். நான் உங்களுக்கு தாயாகவும் தந்தையாகவும் இருந்து முறையாக அன்போடு கல்வியை போதிப்பேன். Okay, students, take your social science book. Come to page number 11. We will move to the next topic, League of Nations. So the final topic in this lesson. So before entering into the lesson, let us recall what we have discussed in our previous class. So in our previous class, we discussed about the Russian Revolution, so its causes and how it took place, and finally how Lenin formed the world first communist government. Okay, so the world first communist government was formed in Russia. So initially there were two revolutions that took place in Russia. So one in March 1917 and later one in November 1917. Okay, so in March 1917, the Borghese, that is the propertied middle class, formed the government with the abdication of the Russian Emperor Tsar. Yeah, but they done two mistakes, the two important mistakes. One is they postponed the distribution of land. So they postponed the decision of distributing the land to the poor people. Then another one is they decided to continue the World War One. Okay, but it was not liked by the people. So by using this chance, so in October month, Lenin again do a revolution. Again continue a revolution. Then he captured power in November month. Okay, so then again in November month he captured, that is Lenin captured the government of Russia and thus established the world first communist government. League of Nations. Introduction. So first the covenant of the League, that is the final agreement of the League, was worked out at the Paris Peace Conference. So do you know Paris Peace Conference? So which took place in the month of January 1919. Okay, so in that Paris Peace Conference only, so the final agreement of the League of Nations took place. Okay, so what are all included in the agreement of League of Nations? So after the First World War, several treaties were signed with different countries. Okay, so based on those treaties, the agreement of the League was signed. Okay, and it was signed due to the pressure, largely due to the pressure from President Wilson. So US President Wilson, so because of his support only, the task was completely finished. Then the constitution, so the basic laws are derived mostly from Britain and America. So most of the ideas of Britain and America were given importance while making the constitution. The structure of the league. So the league was formed in the year 1920. It consists of 5 bodies. So one is called as assembly, then second one the council, third one the secretariat, fourth one permanent court of justice, and the fifth one international labor organization. So there are 5 bodies in the league. Okay, so one is the assembly, second one is the council, third one is the secretariat, fourth one is the permanent court of justice, and the fifth one is international labor organization. Each member country was represented in the assembly. That means the member country which were in the league were represented in the assembly. Those who are joined in the league were considered as the member country and that they were represented in the assembly. Then the council was the executive of the league. So what do you mean by executive? Executive means, so they have the power to put plans or actions into effect. That is, executive means they have the power to put plans or action into effect. So the league action was put into effect by the council. Okay, then the Britain, France, Italy, Japan and United States were originally declared permanent members of the council. Okay, the Britain, France, Italy, Japan and United States, so they were declared permanent members of the council initially. Okay, then each member had one vote. So each member country had one vote, and since all the decisions had to be unanimous, so unanimous means, so decision carried by everyone involved. So the decision should be carried out only after all the countries put vote. Okay, even the small nations possess the right of veto. So here every member countries was given the veto power. So veto power means negative vote. So if any one country oppose the resolution means it won't come into effect. Okay, so in the council 5 countries were declared as permanent members, but each member country, so apart from that temporary countries are there, so remaining countries are considered as temporary countries, so they had given one vote. So but the decision to be unanimous, that is every country should be vote. Yes, every country should be vote to reach the final agreement. And the small nations, even the small nations have the right of veto. So veto means negative vote. Each member country was represented in the assembly. That means the member country which were in the league were represented in the assembly. Those who are joined in the league were considered as the member country, and that they were represented in the assembly. Then the council was the executive of the league. So what do you mean by executive? Executive means, so they have the power to put plans or actions into effect. That is, executive means they have the power to put plans or action into effect. So the league action was put into effect by the council. Okay, then the Britain, France, Italy, Japan and United States were originally declared permanent members of the council. Okay, the Britain, France, Italy, Japan and United States, so they were declared permanent members of the council initially. Okay, then each member had one vote. So each member country had one vote, and since all the decisions had to be unanimous, so unanimous means, so decision carried by everyone involved. So the decision should be carried out only after all the countries put vote. Okay, even the small nations possess the right of veto. So here every member countries was given the veto power. So veto power means negative vote. So if any one country oppose the resolution means it won't come into effect. Okay, so in the council 5 countries were declared as permanent members, but each member country, so apart from that temporary countries are there, so remaining countries are considered as temporary countries, so they had given one vote. So but the decision to be unanimous, that is every country should be vote. Yes, every country should be vote to reach the final agreement. And the small nations, even the small nations have the right of veto. So veto means negative vote. So the secretariat of the League of Nations was located at Geneva. Geneva, it is in Switzerland. Okay, so secretariat, so it is the department, so which has the power of running the organization. Yes, secretariat means the department of an organization which is responsible for running it. So the secretariat of League of Nations was located at Geneva. Its first Secretary General was Sir Eric Drummond from Britain. So the first Secretary General of League of Nations was Sir Eric Drummond from Britain. Then the staff, the other members of the Secretariat was appointed by the Secretary General in consultation with the Council. That is, both the Council and the Secretary General so discuss with themselves to select the staff. Then the International Court of Justice so was set up at Hague in Holland. Then the court consists of 15 judges. Then finally the International Labour Organization, so it comprised a secretariat and general conference, so which consists of 4 representatives from each country. So the International Labour Organization so consists of a secretariat and a general conference. So in that conference, so from each country 4 members can participate. So from each country 4 members can participate. Objectives of the League. So the 2 important objectives of the League of Nations was to avoid war and maintain peace in the world, and then to promote international cooperation in economic and social affairs. Okay, so the 2 important objectives of the League of Nations was, first one is to avoid war and maintain peace. Second one is to promote international cooperation in economic and social affairs. The League intended to act as a conciliator. So first intended means mean. The League meant to act as a conciliator. So conciliator means it act as a mediator and a arbitrator. So arbitrator means an independent person. That means the League act as a mediator and an independent person to solve the dispute between the countries in its early stage itself. That is, the league act as a mediator between the disputed countries, and also it act as a independent person, because it does not depend on any person, it act as an independent person. So and thus help to resolve the dispute between the countries in its early stage itself. Then suppose if the war broke out despite arbitration means, so the member should apply sanctions. So sanction means a course of action that can be used if necessary to make people obey law or behave in a particular way. That means the member should apply sanction means the member can apply to League of Nations to the aggressor to make the aggressor to obey its law, to obey the League of Nations law. So first economically, and then can use military. Okay, so but the difficulty in achieving the objective was increased from the beginning by the absence of three great powers. Okay, so why the League of Nations can't achieve its objective means, so because of the absence of three great powers. So one is USA. So USA did not a member of League of Nations. Then Germany, so a defeated nation of First World War. Then Russia. So both, sorry, the three countries did not participate actively in achieving the objectives of League of Nations. Okay, so Germany joined the League of Nations in 1926, while Russia joined the League of Nations in 1934. While Germany resigned the League of Nations in 1933 and Russia was expelled, that is, was thrown out from the League of Nations in 1939. Though the League of Nations failed to stop the war, so failed to avoid war, in its period it achieved something good. Okay, so especially from 1920 to 1925, it settled a number of disputes. So let us see one by one. First, in 1920, it solved the dispute between Finland and Sweden over Åland Island. Because in 1920, so there was a problem over Sweden and Finland to control the Åland Island. So there were some problem between the two countries, Sweden and Finland. So that is, so who has the power to control Åland Island? Okay. So the League of Nations ruled out the problem and by saying that the island should go to Finland. Okay. So in 1920, a dispute arose between Sweden and Finland over the sovereignty of the Åland Island. The league declared that the island should go to Finland. In the following year, that is in the year 1920, the league was asked to settle the frontier between, that is the boundary between Poland and Germany in Upper Silesia, so which was mentioned in this slide, so which are successfully resolved by the league. So there was a problem between Poland and Germany over Upper Silesia. So this problem was also solved successfully by the League of Nations. Then the third dispute was between Greece and Bulgaria. So mention this map, Greece and Bulgaria. So Greece invaded Bulgaria and the league ordered ceasefire. So Greece invaded Bulgaria. So the league ordered ceasefire. So ceasefire means a temporary suspension of fighting. So the league ordered temporary suspension of fighting. After investigation, it blamed Greece and decided that Greece was to pay reparation. Okay, so in 1925, so Greece invaded Bulgaria and the league ordered to stop fight. So after investigation, it blamed Greece and decided that Greece was to pay reparation. So reparation means so the compensation for war damage paid by the defeated states. So reparation means so compensation. So it ordered that Greece should pay the reparation amount to Bulgaria. So the league was successful in its initial year. So that is from 1920 to 1925. It had settled many disputes. Okay, so finally it signed the Locarno Treaty in 1925. So by this treaty, Germany, France, Belgium, Great Britain and Italy, so which are the important Western European countries, so they guaranteed peace in Western Europe. Okay, was in 1925, Locarno Treaty was signed. So by the treaty, Germany, France, Belgium, Great Britain and Italy, so they mutually guaranteed peace in Western Europe. So after signing the Locarno Treaty, Germany joined the League. In 1926, Germany joined the League of Nations. Okay, So only after signing the Locarno Treaty, Germany was allowed to join the League, and she was given a permanent seat on the Council. So already while learning about Council visa, there are 5 permanent countries in the Council. Okay, so now Germany was also administered as the permanent member of the Council. Then after 2 years, US and Russia began to participate in the non-political activities of the League. So apart from the political activities, USA and Russia so both began to participate in the non-political activities. Okay, so violations. One of the major problem confronting the European power. So confronting means so problem and a difficult situation to appear and need to be dealt by something. That is the problem to be solved. Yeah. So between the European power was how to achieve disarmament. So what do you mean by disarmament? So the reduction or withdrawal of military forces and weapons. So disarmament means so reducing the military force or reducing the number of weapons. Yeah, so there was the major problem between the European countries to achieve disarmament. In 1925, the Council of the League set up a commission to hold a disarmament conference to sort out the problem. So in order to solve the problem, how to achieve disarmament, in 1925, the Council of the League set up a commission to conduct a conference. Yeah, but the conference happened only in February 1932. So in 1925, the Council of the League, so set up a commission to conduct a conference, but the conference happened only in February 1932. So in that conference, Germany demand of equality of arms with France was rejected. In that conference, so Germany demanded equality of weapons. So Germany demanded that she also want to hold arms, that is weapons, equal to that of France. So that was rejected. Yeah. So in the same year, in the October month, Hitler withdrew Germany from the League. So in the same year, so Hitler, so the dictator of Germany, withdrew Germany from the conference and also from the League. Japan attacked Manchuria in September 1931. So the League condemned, that is, it opposed Japan. So Japan followed the example of Germany and resigned from the League. So Japan attacked Manchuria in September 1931. So when the League opposed Japan, Japan resigned from the League in the same year. Then Italy attacked Ethiopia. Okay, so the League applied sanctions. So sanctions is already visa. That is a course of action that can be used to make people obey law or behave in a particular way. That is, it want Italy to obey the law that it apply. Okay, so Italy resigned from the League in 1937. Yeah, so from this we can see the League just act as a witness. Okay, so especially it can't take any action over the crisis in Rhineland, Austria, Czechoslovakia and Poland. Yeah, so the League just act as a witness while there is a crisis in the regions like Rhineland, Austria, Czechoslovakia and Poland. Yeah, so the final decisive action taken by the League of Nations was Russia was expelled in December 1939. Okay, so why Russia was expelled? Because Russia attacked Finland. Yeah, so when Russia attacked Finland in December 1939, the League expelled Russia out of the League. Yeah, so finally the League of Nations was dissolved in the year 1946. So what are the causes for the failure of League of Nations? So first, this organization was for the countries who were victorious in the First World War. Yes, the League of Nations so appeared to be an organization of the countries who got victory in the First World War. That is, the defeated nations were not given proper response in the League of Nations. Then, so it lacked the military power of its own. It could not enforce its decision since it have no military power. So like United Nations organization, so it have peacekeeping force. So like that and all, there is no military power of the time. Yeah, so the League of Nations have no military power, so it could not enforce its decision. Then the founder of this peace organization underestimated, that is, they mistaken the power of nationalism. Yeah, that is, so during that time the dictators gave importance to nationalism, but the founders of the League of Nations misunderstood the power of nationalism. Then the principle of collective security could not be applied in actual practice. So collective security, that means it was everyone's duty to bring world peace. So that kind of collective security was not applied in actual practice. Then during that time, that is around 1930s, dictators began to emerge in the countries like Italy, Japan and Germany. So they refused to obey the orders of the League. So the dictators in Italy, Japan and Germany refused to obey the orders of the League. Then finally the major powers, Britain and France, they acted decisively. So decisively means, Britain and France were the only major powers which can act quickly and they act with confidence. So apart from that, other superpowers couldn't participate in the League actively. Yes, other powers like USA, Russia, couldn't participate in the League actively. So only Britain and France act quickly and with confidence in the League. Okay students, the very first lesson of history, the World War I and its aftermath, over. If you have any doubt, clarify with me. Okay, so try to complete the 1 mark book back answer. Yeah, so you itself just try. I will tell the answer in the next class. Thank you.